Hey guys, it's that time of the week where we're doing the Friday afternoon 5 at 5. It has been a heck of a week. We've been starting to find more and more great deals. And I suppose just to give us a bit of an idea of what's happening in the market is we are seeing anything that's modern or fairly neat or like a dual occupancy, anything that's suiting someone to buy in their self-managed super fund, that's flying out the door because the cutoff there is the 10th and that stuff is getting snapped up. So we're seeing a lot of competition in that space and owner-occupiers in that space as well. So that part of the market hasn't slowed down. But what we are noticing is the stuff that needs renovation or work, or even if it's just a bit older and dated, that might have been like a 1970s, 80s, 90s house, that seems to be sitting, and we're seeing prices dropping. We're seeing more low offers being accepted when we're putting in those low ball offers. So it's interesting time. It's certainly the market that if you've got some cash, you want to be negotiating hard, and you just might be able to pick up a really great deal. Like we've been seeing some phenomenal properties come up actually, which is very exciting. All different sorts of stuff. But to give you a bit of an idea of some of the things that we've been seeing, I'm trying to pull this over here so I can make sure I got some of the right numbers that I'm talking about because we've been seeing so much. But anyway, number 5, I should say. We should start from the bottom and go up to number 1. Number 1 is a dual key property. And as you probably heard me say before, we really love dual occupancy properties. And why we like dual occupancy properties is they generally get a higher rental yield than just getting a single house by itself or a single tenancy. And it also helps lower that risk while we're holding the property. So if one tenant moves out, we've still got rental income coming in. And you know, if it's a home, you own the land. It's not like buying 2 townhouses. Which that's not saying that townhouses are bad. Tony and I own a couple and they have done exceptionally well also, but dual key properties are excellent properties, and we're finding that they're still moving quite well and getting some good values. So the one that we were looking at, it was in Logan. We picked up for around that 1.12, and it is getting around about $1,000 a week, but that could go up to $1,100 a week. So really good one, that one. And that's on I think about a 500 square meter block, that one. So fairly modern, built in the last 10 years, great property. Number 4 is actually a super interesting property. I actually just came back from seeing that property an hour ago. I've sent it out to a few clients already, and very unique. So this is similar to that last one. It's a dual occupancy property. It's a house and granny flat. Now the house itself needs a little bit of work, but what's super interesting about this one is it's on 4,000 square meters. So an acreage property, surrounded by other acreage properties, and a really nice part of the Brisbane area. And it's something, like I said, the main house needs a little bit of TLC, like paint, carpet, that sort of stuff. The bathroom and kitchens are a little bit older, but still quite rentable essentially. And we can pick that up for around that sort of $1 to $1.50 type price range. And the rent on that would get similar to the last one, so around about $1,100 a week. The granny flat's rented, but that tenant's moving out very soon. So great opportunity to pick up something there where you can add some value to the main house as well. And you've got that 2 rental income and owning a really big chunk of land, which is quite unusual. You know, very rare. Most dual occupancy homes are generally only on, let's say, 500 square meters, 1,000 square meters max generally. So pretty unique one, that one. And if I had the cash, I'd buy it myself. But I don't at the moment. So actually a lot of them, I'm saying that very regularly this week, that if I had the money ready to go right now, I would need to put my tax in. Anyway, number 3 on the Friday afternoon, 5 at 5 is, well, actually, it must be the afternoon for dual occupancy properties. This is another dual occupancy and a little bit different to the other 2. Again, this one's actually a commercial property. We can pick it up for around 1.3. It's got 2 tenants in place. It's getting a net rent of around, I think, about $78,000 per year. 2 tenants that have been there for a while already, surrounded by some good anchor tenants around there, good exposure, not much vacancy in the area, and the tenants are paying all the outgoings. So I really like that one as well. It's getting around that, at 1.3, I think it's about a 6% rental return. So that was one that we were showing a client, but still available at the moment anyway. And I was only looking at that one the other day. Number 2 on the Friday afternoon, 5 at 5, is actually a block of units. So this one is a block of 6 units. This is off market. A lot of these ones that we've been talking about have been off market. This block of 6, it is currently strata titled. It's something that we can pick up for around that sort of 2.5 to 2.7 mil, and returning around about $145,000 per year. And like I said, it's strata titled, so potential to, down the track, sell them off individually on a decent chunk of land. So you're holding that land yourself and controlling that piece of land. And also you've got those multiple tenants. So you're certainly not going to have the whole place vacant at any point in time with those 6 tenants. And you don't have any body corporate fees as well. So that's another sort of boost to the cash flow. And that's why we do like those blocks of units. We bought, I think, over the years, maybe about 50 blocks of units plus for clients of varying, maybe it's a block of 3 or 4, maybe it's a block of, we've even bought blocks of 20 in the past for certain people. So that's a particularly good one. And then coming in at number 1, drum roll please. So this one is a pretty decent block. So over 1,000 square meters, about 1,200 square meters to be honest. Actually, I should say. So it's something we can pick up for around that mid-9s. It's off market. It's medium density. What we love about this one is you can probably put about 6 townhouses on it, because there's 6 townhouses directly beside it. So I really like that one. I think it's an incredible deal. I'm not sure why we haven't had one take that straight away. It's pretty awesome. Really closely located to some shops and transport, all that sort of stuff. Great location. Very, very easy development site, and a great way to add value to property. And that's why we love that one. So look, thanks for joining the Friday afternoon 5 at 5. We'll catch you guys on the next video. We've been posting a lot more to try and show you guys what we've been up to, and we'll continue to do that moving forward too. We'll catch you. Have a great weekend. See ya. Bye.